Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to YogaFlow 2, 10 o'clock Tuesday class with Carrie. Thanks for making it to your mat. I know yesterday, for those of you who were in class, I said maybe I'd find the energy to make a playlist sort of pertinent to the moment. Didn't make it. So it's another repeat of a previous playlist. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. I'm going to have you start it right away. Sometimes we start it a little bit later as we start to flow, but I'm going to have you start it right away. So I'll do a little countdown and then I'll meet you guys in extended child's pose. And if the extended child's pose doesn't work for your body, maybe a comfortable seat today, because that's where we're headed after that. Thanks for making it to your mat. Let's get started. And if you're going to join me with our Spotify playlists, go ahead and start it in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. All right, guys. If you're choosing extended child's pose, go ahead and bring your big toes together to touch. Spread your knees nice and wide on the mat. Surrender your forehead down. Some of us with our funky knees, this might not feel so good. So a comfortable seat with the legs in any variation might feel nice. Taking these moments, as we always do at the beginning of class, to slow down the mind chatter, find some stillness in the body. And right away, begin to pay attention to your breath. And see if you can lengthen those inhales and exhales out. And as always, using those open mouth exhales to really let go. Using that exhale to soften those spaces and places in your body where you're tight today. Always, always, always coming back to that breath in your yoga practice. Weaving it through your practice and paying attention to it. It'll help you when you're balancing. Taking one extra breath, one more breath in the posture when it's a little bit more challenging. Or maybe finding some stillness back in this very first posture that you began your class at and just focus on that breath. If you're in that extended child's pose, finding some movement here. So walking your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Give those arms a nice long stretch. Maybe pop the palms up so you're just coming onto your fingertips. Yeah. If you're in a comfortable seat, taking those sweet stretches with the arms up and overhead and taking the twist to the right and left. I want you to take a couple of moments in whatever posture you've chosen to start class to find some sweet stretches. So if you're, again, in extended child's pose, maybe move the hands off to the right side of your mat or the left side. We'll get both sides eventually. Being mindful as you reach the fingertips to the opposite side, you reach your opposite sits bone towards your heel. Extended child's posers, nice. Meet back in center with your forehead on the mat. Take a moment to massage that forehead side to side. Take a big breath in. Exhale that breath out. Regardless if you are on your seat or in extended child's pose, begin to lift yourself up and let's come to all fours. Once on all fours, close your eyes and begin to cycle through those cats and cows. Let's warm up that back. Holding the cat maybe once or twice. So breathe into the shoulders. Being kind as you come into that cow pose. Be nice to that low back. And maybe find some hip circles too. Take a couple moments. Breathe. Let's curl the toes under this morning and walk the hands a little closer toward the knees. Sink your hips a little closer toward your heels. Wake up feet. Come forward. Turn those fingertips to face the back of the room and see if you can sink the hips a little closer towards those heels once again as we warm up the forearms. Then flip the fingertips, all 10 fingers, face the top of your mat. Turn your right hand, palm facing up, fingertips facing the back of the mat. Tops of the feet can be on the mat if that feels good. And again, just press back. Warming up that wrist. And coming forward, switch. Left palm faces up or the opposite again. And switch. All 10 fingers face the front. Knees on the mat, curl the toes under, hands come a little closer to the knees, lift those knees up, let them hover, shoulders out, ears gaze slightly towards the top of your mat. Just hover here and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slowly come up into your downward facing dog. Put a deep bend in your left knee, sink your right heel to the mat. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Deep bend in your right knee, sink your left heel. And then allow both heels to sink toward the mat. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Walk them maybe just a little closer towards your toes. And as you do so, begin to nod your head yes as chin comes to the chest, gaze to the top of your mat. And then bring your gaze right, left. Look underneath your armpit. Try to loosen a little bit in the neck. Meeting back in center, your next inhale, come forward, high plank, hold. Maybe you'll need to walk your hands out a little bit. Your modifications, knees down, toes up, shoulders out, ears regardless. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Glide back into your downward facing dog. Take a moment. Marinate here for a breath or two as you windshield wiper the heels from side to side. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Take your feet a little wider on the mat. Move through a little more chest expansion yesterday. Today, let's do opposite hand, opposite bicep, heavy head. Find that pendulum swing from side to side. Put a variation of bend in your knees that feels right for you. If your hamstrings are tight today, deeper bend. Or maybe as your top half of your body gets heavier, you work to straighten your legs out a little bit. Find that pendulum swing. Maybe you're going to swing a little bit more from side to side. Opposite elbow towards the opposite side of your mat. Meeting back in center. Change the interlacing of your arms. Take your opposite hand on top. And then reach your forearms towards the top of your mat. Breathe into your shoulders and then have them come back a little closer towards your thighs, towards your knees. A couple more times. Reach, reach, reach those interlaced arms forward and bring them on back. And then put a deep bend in your knees. Let your head be super heavy. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And then release the arms down. Heavy, heavy head. And let's roll all the way up to standing, stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Get to the top, give your shoulders a nice big roll. And release. Let's still heel those feet together to touch. And bring the hands into prayer position at heart center. Woo. Lost my train of thought there. Stand nice and tall. Close your eyes. Feel yourself ground down to the four corners of your feet. So maybe rock back and forth a little bit. Then find that stillness. Planting the roots through your feet. Lift up your toes, spread them out, set them down one at a time as you plant your roots. Breath into your thighs. Breath into the belly. Find your abdominal lock, belly button to the spine. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Maybe take a couple shoulder rolls. And then take a moment to pay attention to your jaw. See if you're clenching your teeth. Find your breath. And as you stand at the top of your mat, as you take this moment to greet your practice, maybe sending an intention or dedication, something, someone, something much bigger than ourselves that needs a little extra attention today. And when you're ready, exhale it out with your next breath. Inhale. Big open mouth exhale. One more time, breath in. Huge breath out. Blink your eyes up and bring your arms down to your sides. Let's roll up those wrists, wiggle those fingers. Yeah. And then sweep your arms to the sky. Let that prayer come right back to the heart center, and as it does so, interlace the hands, press the palms towards the floor. Press the palms to the front of your mat. And then to the ceiling, relax your shoulders down your back. Nice and slowly begin to lift your heels up, find a little stretch. Start nice and slow today. Breath in, sink your heels, let your palms come together to touch. Nice and slowly bring your gaze to the ceiling, push your hips to the front of the room. Take a big breath in, exhale, fold back to heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, we'll reverse, you sweep it up, see your thumbs. Let the prayer come to the heart, and as you do so, interlace the hands once again. Try to change that interlacing if it's available to you. Sweep the biceps or the palms to the front, to the ceiling. Lift up onto the tiptoes. Hold a little longer this time. Breathe. And then slowly sink the heels. Let the prayer come through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, reverse sweep it up. See your thumbs this time. Let's not interlace. Just allow that prayer to come right back to your heart. Pause here. One breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let's move on down. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. Let's high plank and hold just like we did at the beginning of class. Find your sweet positioning where the joints are stacked in your arms. Modification again, knees down, toes up. Breathe. Glide forward just a little bit. Pin your elbows in, lower down halfway and hold for 3 and 2. Press up, high plank, meet me in downward facing dog. Keep that breath moving. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach your right toes up nice and high to the sky. Reach them up even higher as you sink your standing heel. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend that right knee. Sweep your foot between your hands. Modifications to come onto that back knee. Take a look back. Make sure that your feet are on your train tracks, that they're not on a tightrope, and begin to lift yourself up, shoulders over hips. Crescent lunge. Remember, modifications, knees down. Still get a nice stretch in that quadricep. Be here just for a couple of breaths. Try to find your sweet spot today. So reaching that left heel back, really straighten out that back leg, shine the knee to the ceiling. Maybe sink a little lower. Knees over the ankle or behind, but not over your toes. It's a little too deep. Now square your hips to the top of your mat. Add the arms. Relax the shoulders. Sink a little lower for 3, 2. Let your hands come down. Step your right foot quietly back to meet your left. Let's move through a chaturanga. So glide forward, lowering down halfway. Coming into upward facing dog, low cobra maybe for some of you. Down dogs where we meet. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Your next inhale, reach those left toes up super high to the sky. Sink your standing heel. Breathe into the back of that standing leg. And slowly begin to bend that left knee, sweep your foot between your hands. Again, modifications, back knee down, otherwise back toes curled under. Right heels reaching to the back of the mat. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Breathe into that right hip flexor as you sink down. Deciding how much of a stretch you want to get today. Relax your shoulders. Breath in. Breath out. Adding the arms if you like. Relaxing the shoulders. Sink a little lower. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Let your hands come down quietly. Let that left foot come back to meet your right. Move through your chaturanga. Pin elbows in. Shine the heart down first, not the neck or the nose. Meet me in downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, knees to your hands. Bend your knees, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Go ahead and fold it. Inhale, reverse. And prayer to the heart. One breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hand, step or jump it back. Move through your chaturanga. I'll catch up with you in down dog. Now, if today is one of those days where the chaturanga is not serving you, glide into down dog and I'll catch up with you there. Inhale, nice and slowly begin to reach your right toes to the sky. Sink your standing heel. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep that foot between your hands. Really, I'm going to encourage you to come into your crescent lunge. We won't be here very long. Finding your balance, maybe taking the feet a little wider. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Allow that prayer to come to your heart. Reach that heel back first. Then begin to hinge the shoulders forward. Hinge at the hips just a little bit. We're going to move that weight into that front leg. Take a breath in. Breath out. Little launch. Come into one-legged Tadasana at the top of your mat. Now maybe some of you are going to drag the toe and then lift up. Now stand a little taller. Breathe. 3. Breathe. 2. Straighten out that left leg. Right foot's going to meet the left. Hold it right on forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Move through chaturanga. I'll catch up with you in down dog. Keep breathing. Inhale, left leg high. Bend your knees, sweep your foot between your hands. Find your crescent lunge on the other side. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Prayer to the heart. Relax your shoulders. Hinge just a bit. Now you can drag your toe and then find your balance at the top, or really move that weight forward as you launch and hold. Breathe. This time, let's reach those prayers to the ceiling. Take a breath in, relax your shoulders. Right foot beats your left, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, reverse, sweep it up. See your thumbs and prayer to your heart. Take a breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's add on. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step or jump it back as you move through your chaturanga or glide into down dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Bend your knees, sweep it on through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Slowly bring that prayer to your heart. Shift your weight forward. Find your one-legged Tadasana at the top of your mat. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Transition. It's early game, but we're going to go right into that airplane. Warrior, 3 legs, airplane arms. Reaching the legs back. Now remember, it might look like this for you. Set it up, flex your leg, flex your foot, and lift with the back of the leg. Right? Breathe. If you're in your airplane fingers, reach back, gaze up. Breathe. 3, 2. Nice and slowly let both hands come down to the mat. Lift the left toes a little higher in a little standing splits. And slowly left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse, sweep it up. See your thumbs and prayer to the heart. 1 breath in. Exhale that breath out. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step those feet back, move through your chaturanga or hold your plank or do your yogi push-ups, but meet me in down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, left leg high. Bend your knees, sweep your foot between your hands. Crescent lunge, biceps reach, shoulder blades come down. Let the prayer come to the heart, and then begin to shift that weight forward into your one-legged Tadasana. Breathe. Flex or point those right toes. It will help with the energy through the leg. And then transition. Airplane. Add the arms. Enjoy your turbulence. Shine your heart, bring your gaze up. Breathe. 3. Breathe. 2. Both hands come down, reach your toes to the sky. Ooh, standing splits, breathe into the back of that left leg. 1 more breath here. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse, sweep it up. See your thumbs. And prayer to the heart. Breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Keep building. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step, jump it back. Chaturanga. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, right leg high. Bend your knees, sweep your foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, biceps reach up. Prayer to the heart. Shift your weight forward. One-legged Tadasana. Find your breath. Fly your plane. Hold and breathe. 3, 2. Both hands come down, standing splits. Maybe you're grabbing onto your block. Really reach those left toes super high. Adding on here, bring your gaze to your right foot. Maybe you're gonna put a little bend in that right knee. If you got a block, fantastic. Block in front of the right toes. Otherwise, right fingertips in front of the right toes. And slowly begin to transition. Take your left hand to your left hip and find your half moon. Breathe. We'll be here for a little bit, so take some moments. Maybe you're gonna need to bring the left toes down, reposition, and then find your half moon. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Both hands come down. Nice and slowly flex your left foot and allow it to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse. Sweep it up. See your thumbs. Back to the heart. 1 breath in. Open off, exhale. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step it on back, chaturanga. Down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, left toes high. Bend your knees, sweep your foot between your hands. Find your crescent lunge. Reach your arms to the sky. And then let the prayer come to the heart. Weight shift forward. Find your balance. Breathe. Let's airplane those arms. Reach right heel back. Little up dog of the chest. Palms face down or maybe thumbs to the ceiling. Breathe. 3, 2. Both hands come down. Moving into your standing splits. Maybe for some of you it helps to take the right toes down for a moment. Breathe here. Dive on the head. Right toes a little higher. Gaze to your left foot. Left fingertips tent in front of the left foot. And then grab onto that right hip with your right hand. Again, maybe a little readjustment. Put the right toes down first. And then find your sweet spot in your half moon. I'm going to encourage you to flex your right foot. Breathe. 3, 2. Both hands come down. Right toes reach up. Flex the right foot. Right foot leans the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse. Sweep it up. See your thumbs and prayer to your heart. Take 1 breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Relax your shoulders. From here, I want you to bend your knees and come into that nice chair pose. Got a block? You can put the block between your knees. If you like your feet hips width distance, that's cool. Just become your low back. Yeah. Breathe. A little less warm in my home today. We've got our AC on, but I heard Scott and Cindy did yoga outside yesterday. A little hot yoga. Nearly 90 degrees, almost hitting our YogaFit hot yoga temperature. Breathe. Let's sink a little lower. Weight in your heels. Lift your toes up. Add the arms if you like. Breathe. Hold 3. Shine your heart. 2, 1. Straighten up. Palms meet. Pause. Press your hips forward. Walk those prayer hands across the ceiling. And slowly fold them through heart center. Be nice to your low back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step those feet back. Chaturanga. Down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right toes reach up. Bend the knees, sweep the foot between the hands. Let's find that crescent lunge. Reach the arms to the sky. Prayer to the heart. Shifting the weight forward, body comes forward. Find your balance. Breathe. Begin to transition. Flex the left foot, reaches towards the back of your mat. Find your arms. Breathe. Fly your plane. 3, 2, 1. Hands come down. Dive bomb that head. Left toes to the sky. Breathe. Gaze to your right foot. Right fingertips tent on your mat. Begin to take a moment to stack that left hip on top of your right as you find your half moon. Breathe. 3, 2, both hands come down. This time reach your left toes up just a little bit higher. See if you can get a little deeper in your standing splits. Grabbing behind your right ankle with your right hand. Maybe your left hand grabs onto it too. Breathe. And then bring the gaze to your right foot. Fingertips tent at the top of your mat. Little bend in that right knee. Imagine you're going to tuck your left knee behind it. And then slowly lift up. Imagine you're going to tuck it. And slowly lift up. Last time, almost coming down. This time, lifting up. And this very last time, come all the way down. Right knee tucks behind. Let's find a seat on your mat. If your left knee is a little bit funky, let's straighten out that left leg. Otherwise, pull it in and take a couple moments to see if you can rock side to side till both sits bones come on the mat. Yeah. Reach your arms to the sky. And nice and slowly, let your left arm come forward, your right arm come back. Some of you might tuck the left elbow outside the right knee. Regardless, your back hand is tension and you're sitting a little bit taller. Slowly turn the gaze. Look over your right shoulder. Breathe. A little counter stretch. And then slowly we're going to shift our weight forward, taking your hands to the mat. So you're coming onto that bottom knee. So if your leg is straight, let's pull that knee in. For those of you who've been in class, you know where we're going. Left foot back, right foot comes back to meet it. If you're working on that hopping back, your weight's in your right leg, little bend in that right knee. Hop the right foot back, moving through your three-legged chaturanga. I'll catch up with you in down dog. Right, breathe, inhale. Breathe, exhale. What we do on the right, we do on the left. So when you're ready, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the foot between your hands. Inhale, reach your biceps to the sky. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Shifting the weight forward. Let's find that balance. Float that right leg. Let's fly a plane. Breathe. This might be the closest I get to a plane for a while. Nice and slowly. Hands come down, right toes to the sky. Dive on your head. Breathe. Gaze to that left foot. Tense your left fingertips. Maybe take the right toes down for a kickstand for a rest. So you can adjust the hips. Take your right hand to your hip. Use that to open up or pull that hip open. You know, float that right leg. I'm going to ask you to flex the right foot, activating the right glute. Right fingertips might reach to the sky. Breathe. 3, 2. Both hands come down. Really dive bomb your head this time. Back into that standing splits. This time maybe try that balancing. Left hand comes behind the ankle. Maybe both hands grab that standing ankle. And then really reach those right toes a little higher. Take a breath in. Gaze to that front foot. Hands tent at the top of the mat. Little bend in that front knee. Imagine you're going to take your right knee and tuck it behind your left ankle. And then slowly lift the right toes to the sky. And again, almost going to take a seat. And press through that standing heel, right toes reach up. One more time, almost coming down. Never mind. And the last time, all the way down. Same idea as before. That bottom leg can be straight. If you've got that heel pulled in, take a moment to see if you can find your sweet spots with your sits bones. Yeah. And then again, so you're either going to find your twist in that direction, or maybe you're just going to keep the fingertips forward. I just want you to keep tall in the spine as you find your twist. It's nice to take that elbow outside the left thigh and use it as leverage. Each exhale, twist a little deeper. Take one more breath here. Little counter stretch the other way. Breathe in, breathe out. Shifting the weight forward. So if your bottom leg straight, pull your heel in. Come onto that knee, hands come forward. Maybe some of your right foot will come back, left to meet the right. The rest of you might be floating that right leg, a little bend in that left knee. And hop. Chaturanga, down dog. Breathe. Once you meet in downward facing dog, walk your hands a little closer to the toes and windshield wiper those heels from one back corner to the next. Feel that all the way maybe through your obliques, the armpits and shoulders. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze to your hands, bend your knees. I want you to hop your feet wide into your deep yogi squat. So maybe some of you are just going to step your feet to the top of the mat, then take your feet wide on that. So my heels are on, my toes are off. If you're lucky enough to have a block or a bolster, maybe you're going to sit on that for a breath. Bring your hands into prayer position at heart center. Use those elbows as leverage to press the knees away, working the prayer toward the heart. Find your breath. Relax your neck, close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Eyes blink open if you've chosen to close them. You can stay in your deep yogi squat, or you can move with me. Root down to your heels. I want you to slowly lift up. And as you do so, reach your arms to the sky. Let your palms meet. Take a big breath in. Take it on down. Be nice to your knees. Breathe and marinate. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Root down through your heels. Sweep it on up. Take a breath in. Take it on down. Breath in. Breath out. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. And hold. Now everybody's got something they like to do here. Sometimes we move into flying frog, where we lift our toes off the mat. Some people like crow. If you prefer to move into side crow, you're going to bring your feet a little closer together and bring those elbows at your side. If you're working on crow, that elbow will glue into that left hip. Otherwise, all that weight will be on that front tricep. If you don't know which of those options are good for you today, yogi squat. If those hips, knees are bothering you, child's pose. But I would love for you to breathe here. For those of you who birds of paradise are your thing, that might be an option too from here, right? Breathing, taking those birds. I want you to play here. 3, 4, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Let's all meet in that yogi squat once there. Come on to all fours. Yes. From all fours, I want you to curl your toes under and come into down dog. Walk it out. One breath here. Breathe it on out. If your playlist is moving with mine, I don't know if you're hearing what I'm hearing, but it's time. High plank. Down chair, right? Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. You can hold here, or right elbow comes down, left elbow comes down. Left elbow comes up, right hand comes up. Sorry. Forearm on the right, forearm on the left. Reverse. Left down, right down. One more each side. Nice and controlled. Breathe. Meeting in that high plank position, breathe. Toe heel those feet together to touch. Press your mat away. Make those lower abdominals work. Let's rock our heels to the right. Modifications to come onto that bottom knee. Breathe. Arm circles if you like. And 2. And 3. Going to give you my backside. Both hands coming down. Take your heels the other way. Right fingertips reach to the sky. 3 arm circles. Around. And up. Take it around. And up. Last time. Reach it up. Both hands come down. Take your shoulders out of your ears. Remember, those knees are an option. Forearm plank. Elbows are underneath your shoulders, checking that by taking opposite hand to opposite elbow. Interlace those hands. Breathe. Press your mat away. Bend right knee. Bend left. Bend right knee. Bend left. Right. Left. One more each side. Let's hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, glide forward, face over fist. Dolphin pose. Face over fist. Dolphin. Forward. Back. Forward. Dolphin push-ups. Keep going. Forward. Lift your hips. Forward. Press your chest to your thighs. 2 more. Forward. And back. Last one, forward and back. Now you can stay in your dolphin pose with your hips to the sky, or join me as I slowly bring my face over my fists. Elbows underneath the shoulders. They like to slide out about right now. Breathe. Tap your right foot out to the side, back to the center. Left foot to the side, back to the center. Right, center, left. Don't worry if you're not with me. Find your rhythm. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. We got one on each side. And share is done. Do you believe? Knees down. Walk your elbows back toward your knees. Oh, child's pose never felt so good. Reach your fingertips back toward your feet. Let your forehead come down. Whew. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes. Shoulders roll down, especially after that workout. Traditional child's pose, legs are zipped together, fingertips reaching towards the back of the room. Maybe grabbing onto those feet, coming out of the crown of your head, rounding that spine, pressing your upper back toward the top of your mat, hollowing out the belly, and feeling that beautiful rabbit hare pose. Woo, breathe. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale, nicely done. Hips to the heels. Hands come either side of the face. Nice and slowly give your shoulders a roll. And reverse. Walking those hands forward. Come on out to all fours if it feels nice to maybe grab some variation of cat and cow like we did at the beginning of class. That feel nice for you. And I'd love for you to curl those toes under, hands come a little closer to the knees. Find your breath, let those knees come off the mat and let them hover. 3, 2, nicely done. Lift the hips to the sky and marinate in that downward facing dog, nodding the head yes. Take the tension out of the neck, shake the head no. Yeah, let's breathe. We'll make our way into half pigeon. For those of you with any kind of knee issues, you'll need to transition onto your backs into figure 4. The rest you nice and gently. Let's lift those right toes up nice and high to the sky. Bend the knee, flex a foot, reach that right heel toward your left glute, circle out the ankle. And you can stay here or pivot on your standing foot as you flip your dog, hips to the sky, fingertips to the ceiling, walk across the ceiling and reach towards the back of your mat. Or the front of your mat, excuse me. Breath in. Flip on over. Right toes reach up nice and high to the sky. Take a breath in. Around the spine, knee to the nose. Hold. See if they can touch today. Inhale, right leg high. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale up. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Let's shoot that leg through into fallen warrior so your right leg comes across the left side of your mat. And then rock it on down. Your modification is just to come onto that right knee. Otherwise, shoot that leg forward. And see what happens today. It's a challenge. See if you can lift your right foot off the floor. Yeah. Breathe. Both hands to the mat. Right toes to the sky. Big breath in. Flex that right foot as you bring it on through half pigeon. Walk your left toes back. Flex that front foot. See if you can shine that left hip flexor toward your mat. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Stack your fists. Stack your forearms. Maybe your forehead comes all the way down. Bolster pillow, lock. Close your eyes. Ooh. If you are connecting with us virtually, somewhere in Minneapolis, it's been a hell of a week. If you're watching from or participating from somewhere else, still been a hell of a week. You can take a couple moments to check in with yourself, find your breath, and just really pay attention to that breath. Let it scan the body and see where you're feeling that tightness. Remember Yoga instructors telling me to send the breath to where it's tight, and I always thought, not quite sure what that means. You find that sweet spot when you are able to soften with your breath into that hip or knee or glute or low back. It's magic. So see if you can take a couple moments here. If you're like me, there's a couple things I love to do in my half pigeon pose. I love to thread the needle, so I'm going to reach my right fingertips forward, taking my left arm underneath. I'm going to walk it all the way through and bring my left ear to the mat. It changes the stretch in my glute, helps me shine my left hip flexor toward my mat. Keep extending long through your back leg. When you feel good here, reach the right fingertips to the sky. Take that hand behind the back. Maybe those peace fingers are able to grab onto those right toes and use it as leverage to open up. Maybe bring the gaze a little bit up. Feel that along the right side body. Again, close your eyes, soften. Let's unwind. Slowly unwinding. Begin to walk your hands back towards your hips. Curl your back toes under. Really press your mat away. Inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. And slowly right foot meets the left. Take a moment, windshield wiper those heels, walk it out, because we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Hands come a little closer to the toes. Inhale, left toes high. Bend the knee, flex the foot, reach it toward your right glute. Reach that right or left heel way over to the right side. And then pivot on your standing foot if you like to flip your dog today. Hips to the ceiling. Fingertips walk across. Breathe. And then when you're ready, flip that dog back over. Left toes come up nice and high. Take a breath in. Exhale, round the spine, knee to the nose. Inhale, left leg up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, take it up. Finding your fallen warrior or just bringing your left knee down to the mat for the modification. Kicking that leg across. Reaching your fingertips to the sky. And shifting that weight, see if you can float that bottom leg. Right hand meets the left. Left fingertips to the sky. Huge breath in. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee comes behind left wrist. Flex that foot, walk the right toes back. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, let's fold. Taking some moments to adjust. Whenever you're ready, getting long in the spine and folding forward. Maybe you'll notice this side's a little tighter as it is for me. So I'm going to spend a little more time up a little higher before I surrender my forehead down. Using my breath, my exhale to sink a little deeper into the posture. Also using my breath to keep my mind on my mat. Sometimes when that body slows down, the mind starts to wander. Lose the magic of your practice. Reach your right toes towards the back of your mat. Get that good stretch in your left glute, left hip. You're going to thread the needle with me today. The left fingertips come forward. The right fingertips walk underneath that left armpit. Turn your right ear toward the mat. Surrender down. Left arm might reach to the sky. Peace fingers might grab the left toes. Really help you open up. Find a big breath in through your nose. Exhale the breath out. Let's unwind, unbind You're gonna walk your hands back toward your hips, curling your back toes under, lifting the back knee off the mat. Press your mat away. Really lift those left toes up one last time, and left foot will meet your right. If you've got a chaturanga, a couple of yogi push-ups in your body left, go ahead and grab it. Down dogs where we catch up. Maybe enjoying an up dog as you seal the body side to side. Eventually bring the gaze to your hands and bend your knees, step, jump, climb, crawl your feet all the way through. Come down onto your seat, straighten out the legs. Yeah. Give those legs a little rub down, flex the feet, reach your fingertips to the sky, take a breath in, bend the knees, reach your arms out. Nice, folding like a book towards the outsides of your feet. Sit tall and then press those heels away. Keep the spine long, take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly surrender that forehead a little closer toward your shins. If you've got that block, sometimes it's nice to put that block on your shins and let your forehead rest on there. If your hamstrings are nice and loose, maybe the block's on the bottom of your feet, you grab the outsides of that, then you get an opportunity to stretch into your wings, into your lats. I want you to soften here, take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slowly. Begin to lift yourself up. Roll your shoulders. We're going to take the legs nice and wide on the mat, straddling. We haven't done this in a bit. Go ahead and bring your bottom of your right foot into the inside of your left thigh, or the opposite, because we'll get both sides. Take a big breath in, reach your arms to the sky. Turn your body toward that leg and fold over the straightened leg, which for me is the left. Breathe. Each exhale will take you a little deeper. And slowly lift up. Scoop those arms up. Let your left arm, palm faces up, come along the side of the left leg. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, allow yourself to bow toward that left toe. I'm using my peace fingers, hoping, wishing that maybe those peace fingers will grab my left toe. Not so much today. Breathe. Maybe bring your gaze up. Keep that bicep a little closer to the ears. Take a breath in. Exhale nice and slowly. Begin to take your right hand behind your back. Point your left toes. Reach your left fingertips to the sky. Find your wild thing. Lift up. Press back. Arc, breathe, and release. Same thing, other side. Straighten out the right leg, bottom of the left foot inside the right thigh. Reach those arms to the sky, take a breath in. Turn the body toward that right leg and fold over it. One more breath here. Exhale, go a little deeper. And slowly lift up. Reach the arms up. Right arm comes along that right leg. Left arm is going to reach right alongside. So really nice stretch in the left side body. Peace fingers working toward the right toes. Nice and slowly left fingertips come up. Who's behind the body, right fingertips reach to the sky. Point your right toes, lift your hips up, and reach back. Finding your wild thing, I call flash dance. And then slowly come down, all the way down onto your seat. Breathe. Take a moment in that comfortable seat. Sit super tall on your mat, take a breath in. Bringing the hands to the knees. As you exhale, round the spine, bring the chin in toward your chest. Let the chest come forward, so sort of serpentine forward. Tap one vertebra on top of the other. We're going to make our way down onto our backs. You can do it slowly or quickly. You can decide that you would prefer to let the legs come down and slide on down if you have any issues with those abdominal muscles. Otherwise, we're going to flex the feet, float the arms, and make our way down nice and slow. Breathe. Once your head reaches the mat, bring your knees into your chest, take the knees in a little circle in one direction, and then reverse that circle. Coming back to center, flex the feet and begin to lift the heels to the ceiling, curl the toes towards the face, and find your legs up the wall. For those of you transitioning into shoulder stand, arms at sides, palms facing down. Lift those legs up and over, hands to the low back, toes to the ceiling. Take a moment or 2 or 3 to hang out in your variation of feet above your heart. Breathe. I discussed yesterday, super important that if you're choosing shoulder stand, that you keep your eyes closed or you keep your gaze up rather than looking toward the camera, looking toward your computer. I want you to be kind to your neck. Just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. For those in plow, taking some time to come out, taking a moment or 2 in deaf man's pose with the knee or ear pinning pose, so your knees are on either side of your ears. For those in legs up the wall, see if you can curl your toes a little closer, you reach your heels a little higher, take one more breath here. Everyone, let's meet with our knees in toward the chest. And a little rock side to side as you massage the low back. Then flex the feet, spread the knees, grab the inside arches of the feet, and hang out here in your happy baby. It feels really nice for you to grab that straight leg happy baby. Go ahead and do so right now. If you're in the straight leg happy baby, actually, even if your knees are bent, see if you can rock your tailbone a little closer toward your mat. And keeping your head on your mat, bring your chin a little closer to your chest. Yes. For those of you working on that rock and rolling back and forth, you know who you are. Bend your knees and see if you can find a little rhythm. Yeah. It helps for me to bring my heels a little closer into the midline. And then maybe eventually, when you rock to that seat, you straddle and hold. Yes. Breathe. Maybe you straddle it back with your straight legs and see if you can come right back up. Breathe. Yeah, eventually we meet knees in the chest. Straightening out that left leg, pull your right knee in super tight. Take the knee a little bit to the right side of your mat, circle the ankle. Right arm half T, half goal post. Left hand's gonna guide that knee across in your supine twist. Be kind to your low back. Maybe rock all the way to the outside of your left hip this time to see if you get just in a different place in this twist. And then try to glue your right shoulder back. Imagine I'm going to adjust you. Just a little tap on that left shoulder and then a little pull on your right knee. Can you feel it? Mm-hmm. If you haven't done so, lift your head, take your gaze away or the opposite your knees. Gaze to the center. Pull that right knee to the center. Give it a little tug, interlace a hand, squeeze it in, and then let's switch it up. Straighten up your right leg. Left knee pulls in. Take the knee towards your left armpit. Circle the ankle. Half T, half goal post. And guide that knee across. And again, what it feels like to rock all the way onto the outside of that right hip. A little pressure with that right hand as you give yourself your own adjustment today. Lift your head, take your gaze away. Soften. Bringing your gaze back to the center, bring that knee back to the center, bring both knees together to touch. Wrap your forearms around your shins and squeeze and compress. Forehead to the knees, big breath in. Exhale, blossom open into your final resting posture, Shavasana. I'm going to encourage you to consider that on your back. Allowing your feet to come towards the corners of your mat. Let your arms rest at your sides. And then close your eyes, coming back to the stillness, coming back to the beginning of class where we found that stillness of our body. And really paying attention to that breath. Using that breath to keep you on your mat. Eyes closed, jaw relaxed. I encourage you to fully and completely surrender here in your final resting posture, Shavasana. Nice and slowly again, let's begin to find those small movements that wake us up from our Shavasana. Look at those fingers, circle those wrists. Wiggle the toes and circle the ankles. Find that full body stretch, reach those arms up and overhead. And then roll over onto the right or your left side to pause in that fetal position. Taking a moment to hit your reboot button, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Sitting super tall on your mat. Take your time. And as always, if you prefer to hang out in Shavasana, if you're lucky enough, stay there too. Once you've found your comfortable seat, stack one vertebra on top of the other, sit tall, blink your eyes closed, sweep your arms to the sky, take a big breath in, open mouth, exhale, prayer to the heart. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep those arms up, see your thumbs up and overhead. Open mouth, exhale, prayer to the heart. Last time, inhale, sweep them up. Let the prayer come to heart center, and if you haven't done so, please blink your eyes closed. Circle back to the beginning of class where you maybe set an intention, dedication. If it's true for you, exhale it out with your next breath. Thank you for making it to your mat. Thank you for moving and breathing with me today. Such a privilege to guide you. Nice and gently, let's lift the thumbs to the eyebrows and bow forward to seal this practice. Namaste. Peace, people. Be good. Do good. Let me know how you're feeling. Send me a little chat. I love your little comments at the end. My name's Carrie, YogaFlow 2. Keep your eye on your emails. Seems like we're simmering back into our normal virtual schedule. I know we had a couple bleeps in it. Be kind. Have a beautiful week. See you next Monday or Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye.